We're here for another player profile inside the Lair. Today we're joined by freshman infielder Carter Bailey. Carter, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better today. So let's talk about you before your time here at Cal. Carter Bailey, hometown Chandler, Arizona. So first question we'll ask you, and it's the same we've asked some of the other guys, being on a roster of 90% California natives, what's it like being one of the outsiders, not from California?
I definitely like it just because it's unique. You're not all the same guys and everything. And I think it's good that, California is such a big state. We have guys from all over the part of California, so it's not all the same. Everybody didn't just grow up in one part of California, so it's nice having a good blend and just being the outsider kind of.
What would you say is the biggest difference from, being back home in Arizona to being here in Berkeley, California?
Probably just the people. I love just finally being at a place, a campus where I'm surrounded by a group of winners and everybody on the team. That's just the one thing in mind, is just winning.
Yeah.
It's nice to be around people that, I tried to strive to be in high school and continue to strive to be here.
Very cool. All right, let's talk about the other stuff before you got here. So graduated from Mountain Point High School. Another fun fact about you, in high school you also lettered in golf, making the Arizona State Tournament in golf. What would you say is harder, finding a barrel or a birdie on like a tough par 5?
Probably finding a birdie.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. For Arizona, we got some really nice courses out there.
Yeah,
So some of these greens, you hit a perfect shot, and then you get up on the green, and it's 50 feet down because it's spun back 100 feet.
Yeah.
It's just that's how the game goes.
If you've seen me play, I'm not going to argue that golf's harder, so we're good there. But do you think, is there anything from your experience in golf that helped you to become a better baseball player? And maybe not even physically, but just mentally or anything else?
Yeah, I think definitely on both sides. I think golf physically, I think it really helped with me being able to clear my hips and just naturally getting a bunch of hip speed and getting that feeling of the separation, kind of like how you want that in the swing or if you're pitching too. And then mentally, just slowing yourself down, not trying to play the game so fast. You got to understand the game and just remember just to have fun. And golf, if you try to be perfect in it, you're gonna lose your mind. So
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Good. Well, let's talk about when it was time to focus on baseball. You had all the success in golf, but now you're a college baseball player. What was it about this program that made it the right fit for your academic and athletic career here at Cal?
Just growing up, I've always been kind of on the shorter side. So in middle school and stuff like that, I always had to learn how to use my body really well if I wanted to keep up with the guys that were a lot bigger than me. And then once the added size and strength came along freshman year of high school, it all kind of just translated. And that's when I got in contact with Noah. And, I wanted to always go to a college campus where they have really good offense and the hitting coach is really good. And, Noah's just a really great recruiter. And then, talking to Mike and just the way that they put everything in front of you and make you visualize playing here was really, really great experience. And then I was also recruited during the COVID time.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting a time, but they made me just feel so welcome and just like a family on the first phone call. And so that was huge.
Very cool. So now let's talk about, you get here to Cal. What would you say was the biggest thing that you learned? Maybe one thing that you really felt prepared for when you got here, and then one thing that in your time here so far that you've really learned and continue to improve on.
Yeah, I would say definitely one thing that I felt really comfortable with was going into this was my ability just to play at this next level. Playing over summer ball and just kind of having that adjustment from what a high school game would be like to a college game, and that summer league was really helpful. It was kind of a slow start at the first 2 weeks of it, and then you kind of just make some small adjustments, and you just keep playing. And then getting here, and after the first couple of games in the fall, I felt really comfortable. Every time I got on the field, I got more and more comfortable. Just being in my zone and not getting out of it. And then while I'm here, I want to continue to just learn everything that I can, whether it's hitting, fielding, everything. We had a great talk in the cage right before we left for winter break. I remember you mentioning, getting ball and dirt reads and just stuff like that, little things that we don't think about. And I just want to be a guy that's really good at the little things.
Good. Very cool. Last question we'll ask you, same one that we ask everyone to end these interviews. We're going to forecast into the future. 10 years down the road, we'll come back. We'll do an alumni profile of all the cool things you've done on and off the field here and everything you've done since your time here at Cal. When people look back at your time here in this program, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want to be remembered as a guy that was, a great teammate, guy that was always pushing somebody, whether they were doing really good and I was just right there beside them, just kept supporting them, or if they were slacking, I was getting on their butt a little bit and pushing them to be better because, at the end of the day, some days you're not going to be at your best and you need that extra giddy up if your pre-workout isn't working or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I want to be also remembered as a guy that was just like always on top of his stuff, always, striving to be the best. And, I see that in a lot of guys around our team. So it's nice having that as a visual to strive to kind of aspire to be like. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a really good spot here, Cal. It's been awesome so far.
Good. Well, good luck with that. Good luck this spring. And
Thank you.
thank you for joining us here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right. Keep tabs for more to come.